market, brother. I want use the money cook stew. Yeah. Chicken stew. I go ask okay joy. After I don't eat finish, I'll call see chance to reply you. Can we see? Can we see? As me you come like, are you in a serious relationship or you are looking for a very serious thing? I for no. Hook up. Not be every day we day snap they do hook up. Okay? I don't use your money or 50K for transport to the market. Where are you? Where are you? I'm in the market.
All right, we've seen that hilarious video right there. You know, this lady, she's proud of whatever she has done. And, you know, when she kept on saying, all right, see you, I'm in the market, so I'm going to buy chicken and even add turkey to it and make stew for myself while I eat, enjoy myself and all of that. Well, I have my own reservation. I have a lot to say about this. But then before I start talking about it, I would like us to take comments from social media. And the first comment is coming from Kira O. And Kira says, eat well so you can have strength to explain to the judge if he finally carries you to court. The next one is coming from Max Blaze. And Max says, no be all men too. You go just chop their money like that. Still come out for social media. They laugh am. Be careful, oh, that's a warning. Be very careful because we've heard stories. All right, the last comment from this topic is coming from Agojo blog, and Agojo blog says, she said lessons for men. Later now they will say lessons for ladies. That's chopping men's money without showing up after the man. Send her something. All right. Well, I'm going to also say that to this young lady, sometimes when you get invitation, it could be for bad or for good. Okay, let's take it for instance. We've heard stories of ladies going to visit men in different states or in a different country and they never return. How did they not return? They died because maybe they were used for money rituals or something came up and you know, they couldn't return back to their state or to their home. And again, we've also heard good stories from social media, how people met their wife or husband through social media. It's just one hi, hello, and that's the end of the day. Perhaps maybe they met somewhere. Now, the bone of contention is if you admit it's not good to squander people's money without doing their job. Because if you accepted to send your account number and he actually did his own part by sending you 50,000 naira, the sum of 50,000 naira for transportation, then you should do the right thing. Go see him. But again, if you want to see someone you've never met ever in your life, you try to make sure that you are meeting him in an open space or meeting her in an open space. This is like a warning to both the men and the ladies. It is not just women who fall into traps like this, even guys to fall into trap like this one now. Your 50,000 naira is gone and you know you can't have it back for now, but there's nemesis though. So please, if you are not going to see him, do not even accept anything as cash gift or money for transport. If you are also going to see him, make sure that you are meeting him in an open space. Make sure that you get to know him in an open space, just in case anything bad is about to happen. You will not fall victim of whatsoever. Let us take note. And for the men, how do you even send 50,000 naira to someone you just met? Like, you've not even met this person. You only saw this person online and you just understand, trust, or what exactly? Because I'm sure that there are so many young ladies in your locality that you get to see all the time. Why don't you just talk to one of these persons that you know you are sure about? Because honestly, with this story, if your intentions were pure, if the man's intentions were pure, I must tell you, he wouldn't just do that. Perhaps he will be the one coming over to see the lady, not the lady coming to see him, honestly. Come over to see the lady you intend getting married to, or maybe you want to have a good relationship with, not the other way around. So it's a bit, you know, there's a bit of uncertainty there. Perhaps maybe his intentions are not pure. And again, if you could see the comment section, everyone was just saying, okay, oh, you have gone to eat money now. Hope you will eat very well so that you can face the judge when you get to court. Because we've heard stories like that. We'll come up here to tell stories of how a man sent a lady, you know, took a lady to court over the fact that he sent her transportation. I think this was even more than that. This was about, I think, 200,000 or so thereabout for flights. And she didn't come over as expected, and only for this young man to make sure that he traces his way to this lady, took her to court, and she paid times 2 or even 3 of that amount. So please, let's be careful. Don't think you're smart out there. Don't think, oh, I can do anything. I will eat his money and I will go scot-free. My dear, there's some money you eat and it will hook you here. You cannot even do anything about it. So please, let's also take precaution. Over to the next topic of the day. The father of the late singer Mohbad demands for arrest of Omawumi. Omawumi is the the wife to the late singer Mohbad. The father of the late singer Mohbad, Mr. Joseph Aloba, has demanded that the Lagos State Attorney General Lawa Pedro takes immediate action to prosecute his son's wife, Omawumi Aloba, the auxiliary nurse Ogedengbe Fisayo, and Primeboy, who is supposed to be the friend to his son, Mohbad, and others indicated in the tragic death of the singer. Mr. Aloba, according to him, said through his lawyer, Dr. Wahab Shitu, submitted a petition on October 3rd, 2025, insisting that the suspects must be charged within 14 days based on the findings of the coroner's inquest. The petition comes nearly 3 months after Magistrate Adetayo Shotobi of the Ikorodu Magistrate Court delivered the coroner's verdict, which indicates several people for complicity in Mohbad's death. And according to the verdict, the nurse Ogedengbe Fisayo was faulted for unlawful medical practice and gross negligence after administering injections on Mohbad without any medical diagnosis. The coroner also faulted Omawumi, stating that as Mohbad's closest person, she was negligent by allowing an uncertified nurse to handle his treatment instead of calling emergency services or ensuring proper hospital care. This is so sad. This issue has been on for a very long time. If you have been following this Mohbad story, it has been on, I think, since 2 years ago, 2023, in September thereabout, when he died. I think September 12th, when he died. This singer, a lot of complications came up. Oh, they killed him, the wife killed him. Oh, the son is not his son. The father raised up, his father, Joseph Aloba, raised up a complaint that he also suspected that Mohbad's son is not his legit son, and feels like, okay, he was going to, go for DNA, asked the wife to go for DNA. There was a back and forth. There have been issues surrounding the death of Mohbad, and I really, really feel bad. Autopsy were also, carried out, but then he's asking for the arrest of these 3 people. We understand that there were negligence on their part, but could they just be arrested without any strong evidence? Because there should be strong evidence to arrest these people. Sometimes when it comes to things like this, people don't even know what happened at that very moment, because they were all, scared, or the tension around in the environment is really, really strong. Everyone being tense. They don't even know. Okay, according to, Primeboy and some other people who testified, they said that nurse has been a nurse that treats Mohbad for a very long time whenever he's sick. So how come she's not certified to carry out the whole process? And, like they always say that when you have an emergency, you go, it's more like a first aid. So she's like the closest person that they should call for a thing like that. Perhaps maybe she could have helped to make sure that the situation was subsided before taking him to a proper hospital. I'm sure that's the reason why they called him. But then again, arresting the wife of your son, is it really proper? Because if you should check it properly, you will also know that Mr. Joseph Aloba, which is the father of Mohbad, also was at fault, because he actually took this child, his son, out from the morgue late at night to bury him. And it was also carried out that even the corpse where the coffin where he was buried was actually a little bit smaller, so they had to bend him there by breaking his neck to make sure. We all saw that video, we all saw the pictures, and you buried your son late at night very fast before the morning hour. They had to dig him out again early in the morning and asking him. No one had already said, no one certified him dead. No one said this guy was dead. So how come you are burying him immediately? You understand? So there's so many things. People were suspecting the father, some suspected the wife, some even the mother. You know, until date, this young man has still not been buried. You know, so sad. You understand? At this point, I just feel like this whole thing should just come to an end and bury this young man and make sure he rests in peace. We're going to be taking comments as usual from social media, and the first one is coming from Hopemi24, and Hopemi says, this father knew his son died of medical misadventure but still came to the public to swindle them and ask for donations. Go and bury your son, man. Honestly, we saw different interviews, even by bloggers. They interviewed him. You know, television stations also interviewed this man, Mr. Joseph Aloba, and he asked for donations. We also carried out that he was given 2 million naira to buy a coffin for the son, but then decided to use something that is just normal cut and joint from our roadside people, just to bury his son. And this is where people start asking questions. What exactly is going on? You just came out just a week after your son died. You already started wearing his clothes. People ask questions. Why are you wearing your son's clothes? He has brothers. He has younger brothers. And you said you are his father and you can wear his clothes. Cool. And at the end of the day, you started pushing, please go fund me, go donate for Mohbad this, Mohbad that, and all. I don't know, but it's a bit suspicious. No, at this point, everyone is suspecting everybody, to be very honest. The second comment is coming from Millie Kendra, 2019. And Kendra says, you should also be persecuted and punished for going at Wumi's back to take her husband's corpse from the morgue that night to go break his neck and bury him like you did, failed father, because she petitioned you to stop calling her name and her son's name on social media. Get rest, go do DNA and stop distracting us. Well, yes, they said DNA has been carried out, so we are all having our fingers crossed and waiting for the result of the DNA. Hopefully it comes out in the favor of Omawumi, because that lady has really gone through a lot. But if it still did not favor her, okay, that means what a lot of people are saying, and also what Vincent Otse, also known as Very Dark Man, is saying might be true. Who knows? All right, the last comment from this topic is coming from Anita Diamond. And Anita Diamond says, his target is for Wumi. He knows that the DNA is almost out. He wants Wumi to go to jail so that he can use that opportunity to gain access to do whatever he wants to do concerning Mohbad's inheritance. If Wumi goes to jail, then his son, Adura, must also go, because they are both together at home when the nurse came. Yes, Mohbad's younger brother was also at home at the very point. A lot of things really happened. At this point, you're asking, don't they have any CCTV camera anywhere to even check what exactly happened that day? Well, let's leave it to God to judge at this point. We'll be going on a short break, and when we return, we'll have one more story for you. Please stay with us. Welcome back from that quick break. Indeed, we've talked about Mohbad's death and how his father has demanded the arrest of Omawumi alongside the nurse and some other persons. We've also talked about, a lady who accepted or collected 50,000 naira from a man and never showed up. We'll be moving over to the president of Nigeria, and this one says, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on Saturday, October 4th, appealed to Nigerians to embrace religious tolerance. According to him, religion should be a unifying factor and not when used to cause division. The president said this when he spoke at the funeral service of Lydia Yilwata, mother of Nintawe Yilwata, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, APC. He shared a personal reflection on religion coexistence within his own family, explaining that while he practices Islam, his wife Oluremi Tinubu is a pastor, and that their religion never gets on their way. Well, I would like us to take a look at that short video.
And friendliness. Hate is not an option for us. Love is what you preach, that we should love one another. Nobody determines what God has ordained. God's ordained action and his promises is what matters. I inherited Islam from my family. I didn't change. But my wife is a pastor. She prays for me. No conflict. And I never did at any single time to convince her or combat her. I believe in the freedom of religion. We are praying to the same God. We are answerable to the same Almighty God. We will answer to him. We will account for him. Our deed, our character, our love to our fellow beings is what is important. Not the method and the faith of him. The Almighty, we pray to accept the soul of Lydia and give all that she left behind a blessing and glory. To say, may her soul rest in peace. Thank you very much.
Well, that's a beautiful speech from our president right there, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Yeah, you know, when he said, my wife is a Christian and she's a pastor and she prays for me. Honestly, that's just what we need here in Nigeria. Please, we are already people of diverse culture and religion. Regardless of what you serve or whom you serve, you should know that humanity first comes first in anything we do. We should always know that we are human beings first before, you know, we have all of this religion everywhere we go. So I'm so happy about it. It's a message of peace. If that's the only thing you have to take home today from this program today, just know that you were first humans before, you know, religions came in. And regardless of whatever it is you serve, whoever it is you serve, you make sure you pray and be your brother's keeper. That is just the most important thing. We are Nigerians and we are known to, you know, be our brother's keeper, be one, and let's drop sentiment and all of that aside. All right, that's all we have for you today on Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television. I am Ogochku Mobno. Till I come your way next time, don't go nowhere as the midday news comes up. Bye-bye.